All right, folks. Oh yeah, this is perfect. Just put in a brand new lamp up here, and yeah, this is spectacular. Looking at the last video, and the backdrop was so freaking dark, and my God, I actually had to like turn on the TV and put on all the lights of on these shelves and everything, trying to get some more light in here, while it's nighttime, right? And try and get as much light in this room as possible. And the backdrop was just terrible. In this room, I mean it's plenty lit in this room, but when you're looking at the camera, it does not look well lit at all. And adding this camera or this lamp right above my laptop, yeah, this is perfect. I don't have to have all these added lights trying to make it look like it's well lit, which didn't do anything. I love this room, man. Normally I get up at 9 o'clock every morning, right? And one of my things I like to do, obviously, feed the cats, take my medicine, whatever, and I like to watch YouTube, whatever it is. Now that baseball season started up, watch Cubs recap, White Sox recap, what have you. See whoever I'm subscribed to, whatever new videos they put out. But now that this room is perfectly set up to my liking, got the bed right there, small, easy bed to get in and out. This room is set up to exactly the way that the downstairs basement was supposed to be. Now, initially, the basement, you had the couch was initially on the back wall where the LJN loose display is, or where the loose display. That's where the couch initially was, right? And when you look at the TV, perfect, perfect separation. But now it's like this close together. And it's like, who wants to watch the TV when you're like that close to it? Terrible. But I had to move the couch forward because the more and more collections I accumulated, when I decided to start building brackets and putting them on the back wall and stuff, it kind of made sense to kind of start moving the couch forward more and more and kind of put like shelves behind it. The way that I have my setup. So my setup in my basement makes sense, but it also kind of eliminates the need or the want, I guess, to want to watch TV downstairs in that basement, or utilize it as an actual viewing room. So, but now I could come up here, lay down, and actually watch my YouTube and stuff. It's perfect. And like I said, this is a beautiful 90s Fox Kids superheroes layout. And this room is exactly what I envision. So kudos to that. Also, guys, man, it's hot as hell in here. That fan is not working, doing its job. Um, it's been a week, guys. I just want to give a shout out and thank you to everybody last week who did send, their to send their thank you. Who gave their praise, and I don't say praise, but who reached out to both my wife and I for our 20th wedding anniversary. Um, that was so awesome of you guys. That was absolutely incredible, and that right there, that meant the world to us. And like I said, man, I'm getting kind of choked up now a little bit. No, but seriously, when I started YouTube, right, I've always said that YouTube for me it was never about it was never about financial gain, right? It was about the community. It was about building friendships, right? And I'm gonna actually kind of dive a little bit more into about those friendships. And if you guys actually stay with me as this live stream continues on, I think it's gonna benefit you guys in the end because, damn, actually, I forgot about this because it might actually financially benefit you guys. And when you hear what I have to say, so here's the thing, man. I've got about 10 million freaking relatives, right? And 10 million relatives, and it's a shame that of all of my relatives, blood relatives, or relatives that have married into the family, etc., I've only had one actual family member, blood relative, that actually reached out to me and actually gave us congratulations, to my wife and I on our anniversary. I mean, this was, a monumental occasion, right? Um, this was such a huge mile marker to hit. And to have one single relative, not my mom, not my siblings, nobody. My uncle Joey. My uncle Joey was the only person, blood relative, to actually reach out and give us to give us actual uh, congratulations. And then this again, we obviously there are other friends and there are other people who are who we grew up with, that people that are so close that we can basically say that they were pretty much our sisters, for example, because they were so close to us. Other family members that friends, family friends and whatnot, but I'm talking about physical, actual blood relatives, just one. And that hurts. But no, if you actually look through all of my Facebook messages I left, through my YouTube videos and all that stuff, it's not littered with relatives. It's you guys. You guys are the ones that have reached out to us and given your congratulations, and and that's, to me, speaks volumes. And that's what I've always said, man. Damn, it's hot in this room. So when I think about, and that's why sometimes you just gotta sit down and you gotta give these real chats, right? And you gotta be real with yourself, and you gotta be real with people that you talk to, and in all honesty, family should not be all about take, take, take. So we all know that if anything happens to me in life, right? Um, if I drop dead of a heart attack, obviously my life insurance, whatever, it goes to my wife. Uh, Everything goes to my wife, obviously. That's not even a question. I mean, my wife has been my rock my whole life. I mean, literally not even just marriage. We met in high school, and even in high school, man, we were practically married because even in high school we were almost living together. Even after I got off work, like I would still drive to her house, and we were still practically living together. Even then, it felt like so. Um, but what if something happens to both of us? Like we go on vacation and the plane goes down. There's a freak accident, and we both up and have a heart attack in the house one day, etc. I don't know. We die of old age at 75. I don't know. Or just whatever the event is, whatever happens. We're out driving one day, we get into a car wreck, bam, we're gone. Who is next of kin? What happens to our house? What happens to all of this? Do I want my life's work, my so-called life's riches, to go to a bunch of people that didn't earn it, that don't respect me, don't respect anything that I've accomplished in my life? When I joined the army, I not once got a single letter from any of my siblings while I was in basic training or AIT. I'm pretty sure I may have gotten a letter or so once or twice from my mom, maybe. I don't remember. I remember I got like a million letters from my wife. Of course, she was my fiance at the time, but I don't remember getting anything from my mom. I'm pretty sure I did, but hey, baby, I see you, buddy. I'm gonna hit you up in a minute. Um, how about while I was in Fort Hood, while I was in my first duty station, letters, phone call. I had my cell phone. Never once reached out to me at any point. When I was on my first combat deployment, second combat deployment, when I got married, nobody reached out to me. Got me. Wished me congratulations when they heard I got married. Right. Like I said, when I was on deployment, I would have loved to have gotten letters from any of my family to hear back from them. You know who I heard from? My wife. So when I think about something happens to me, yes, my wife, she gets everything. That's not even a question. But what happens if something happens to her? Where does all of this go? What happens to our house? What happens to our belongings? That's where and that's where I've been thinking about this a lot. And I think after last week, having a lot of you guys, reach out to us and just kind of see, like, after they ghosted us after our milestone and nobody reaching out to us from the family side. And there's more to it than just that, but I think that really spoke volumes. I'm like, look, why would we continue to why would I think even consider before I hit that up, if the playing all the oh man, my eyes are crappy. I can't read that, buddy. Uh, oh man, it's a document. Uh, no man. I don't think my mom will still be around. She's shit, man. My mom's pushing what 80. What is she born like 1950? So 1950. So she's probably what 75 now. So I mean, I don't plan on going anywhere anytime soon. But here's the thing. Obviously, it's it's not. It's gonna boil down to my siblings, right? It's gonna boil down to my siblings. It's gonna boil down to their 10 million children. And I'm thinking about it. And this is what's really I don't even consider a lot of them like I don't call them my nieces and nephews. Like my niece Nancy, my nephew Joshua. I grew up with Joshua and my niece Nancy. I acknowledge them. I grew up with them. My nephew Omar. I grew up with Omar. That I acknowledge them. That to me is it. Now, my oldest sister, Connie, her daughter Brianna. I don't remember how old Brianna was. I think Brianna was born like 2001, so I think she was like 3 or something when I went into the army. So she was like, yeah. So I went into the army in 2004, so like 3 years old. Um, so yeah, she was still a baby, but okay, fine. My niece, I'll call her my niece, but I still acknowledge her a little bit. But any siblings or any of their children that came afterwards, like my sister Pam, any of her children, I've never met any of them. Uh, so any of my nieces or nephews that were born from any of my siblings after, I mean, I who are they? They they don't. I don't want to say they don't mean anything to me, but that sounds harsh, but I mean, that sounds like I'm an asshole. But at the end of the day, nobody has ever made any attempt whatsoever to contact me or to to talk to me or anything like that. It's like, hey, this is who I am, and or what have you. Like, someone could have said, "Hey, I just had like my sister could have said, hey, I'm pregnant, and or something, or hey, I just gave birth, I had a daughter, this is her name, or something." Like, if I find out, like, 8 years later that hey, my sister has an 8-year-old daughter named so and so, or if my sister has a 6-year-old son named so and so, or something like that, I mean, like, okay, thanks for letting me know now, but like I don't know who these people are, right? So like, I mean, that might sound harsh, but like, you know what? Nobody nobody's told me about any of this stuff, right? So so at the end of the day, yeah. Um, what was it? 2020. This is what I go back to. 2020, December. I got hired. No, 2019. I'm sorry. December 2019. I got hired by Lockheed Martin. And I'm sorry. I see a comment. My eyes are horrible, so I got to get really, really close. Hey, Alaska. Yeah, my dad's gone. Mom is up there in age, and she ain't gonna be around. And I'm not giving my yeah, like I said, my siblings don't care about me. I don't care about them. I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't care about them. I've talked about I talked about my oldest brother Eddie before, right? Um, my oldest brother Eddie was 16 years older than me, and that son of a used to like beat on me all the time. So when in 2019, when I was in Afghanistan, and my mom sent me an email and told me that he had died. Like my reaction at that time was, oh, like how was I supposed to how was I supposed to feel at that time? He was 50 years old. He had spent most of his life in prison. He was a drunk and a drug addict, and would rather rip off old ladies and go to prison than to take care of his own children. So I had no respect for him, and like I said, he would rather, like I said, beat on his girlfriends and beat on his little and his young siblings. Now notice that when we grew up, we got older. When we were like 12 years old, 13, 14, he didn't pull that crap no more. When we got older, yeah, when we were bigger, strong enough to fight back, absolute cowardice. But like when we were like small, and we're talking 4, 5, 6 years old, 7, he, that's a freaking bully. I know, like weakling. So when he died, I was sad for my mom. I felt bad for her. Like I didn't, but like I didn't. Like I kind of asked her, like I asked my mom if she wanted me to come back for the funeral for her, but like at the same time, like it was selfish of me. Like I kind of felt like, hey, being in Afghanistan, do I want to give up my freaking pay to go back for him? And like, dude, that's your freaking brother. What the hell are you doing? Of course you freaking give up the money to go back, but no, knowing what this guy did to you as a kid, I don't care if you're gonna lose 10 cents or $10 million. Well, it doesn't matter. That guy didn't deserve anything from me. So um, I decided not to waste my freaking leave on that. Um, so and like I said, that's what was that 2019 my brother died, so he was 50 years old at the time. Man, I felt like I said, my mom, I feel bad for her. Uh But today, when I last week when I put that Facebook message up, and I made my video, my 20-year anniversary video, all you guys responded. No family responded, right? That's my complaint right here. That's my freaking frustration. When my And I don't care if you're married for 6 months, if you're married for 4 days, if you're married for 42 years, 197 years, whatever. Marriage is sacred as hell, okay? You could be married for 4 minutes, you could be married for 400 years. Marriage is sacred. If you, when, for however long you're married, I am not going to complain or say one length of period is more important than another. But at the same time, I am going to kind of contradict myself a little bit. Yes, I am going to contradict myself. I'm going to say it right now. When my brother had his 1 year anniversary, oh my God, everybody was like all over his page. Great. Love it. I was all over it as well, giving him his congratulations. 1 year, newlyweds, amazing. I know how special it was to hit that 1 year mark. But whenever your siblings hit like eight, hey, here's my 600 child, and nobody was like, yeah, man, I don't like where this live stream is going, man. This was supposed to be a more positive live stream, but like, it really did kind of you make a U-turn. So I need to change the subject. I need to change the subject. I need to change the subject fast. So, um, all right, all right. So I put in the comments, the benefit for you guys. I don't know why I just didn't go right there for you guys from the get go. So I built a lot of friendships, people that I've met off of like eBay, for example, right? People that I bought from off eBay, people I've sold to off of eBay, people that I follow off of YouTube, people that have subscribed to my channel. Uh, I talked to them offline and built like really good friendships with certain individuals, and I like to help a lot of these guys out. So when I see people reach out to me, like give their congratulations and stuff like that, and that's what I love. Okay. um when I started the YouTube channel, it was about the community, right? It was about building friendships and stuff. It's about and stuff like that, right? So, like, I didn't even know that YouTube was like a business. I didn't know that you could actually make money off of YouTube. That was completely foreign to me. Like, it was like what, a year or two into even creating YouTube videos that I realized that you could make money off this. I'm like, okay. Um, I've spent how much into establishing these collections? Let me start trying to maximize something off of this. So, okay, so I want to kind of try to go from there. But so, with that being said, I want this video to kind of use to stand as a sort of bequeathment of sorts. If anything happens to me or my wife, these collections, I want it to go to people that's actually going to enjoy them. This drink just jumped out at my face. Well, I'm glad of this video has finally changed and it's starting to be enjoyable now. Okay. All right. Thank you, video, for shifting to something positive now. I swear to God, man, that video was freaking starting to become depressing. But thank you for changing the subject, because damn. Oh shoot. Let this video reflect that I want these damn, now I'm drunk. Which is fine. These live videos are supposed to be about being and I see your guys' comments and stuff. I mean, I don't want anybody to think that I'm ignoring you or anything. I responded to you last and bum and whatnot, so I don't want you guys to think that I'm ignoring you or anything. And I think you guys are the only two that have actually responded. Damn. But yeah, I'm looking at the viewers right now. It doesn't look like anybody's even watching right now, so I'm probably gonna tune out at this point, which is a shame because I've actually liked what this is. I might delete this video. I don't know. Probably gonna come back and watch it, see how funny it is. Cause seeing me drunk is kind of humorous. Mm. Other than that, man, shoot. Oh shoot. You know what? While I have you guys on, I'm gonna make this an hour-long video. And I've already said that I'm going to give the fans, if anything happens to me, that in my will, I am going to make sure that the viewers are going to receive something back. I just gotta find a way to kind of. Don't worry, I am gonna get that taken care of. Um, the hard part is actually knowing you guys individually by actual freaking name, though. Damn. there's at least 50 or 60 of you I know by that I communicate with you on a consistent basis, and I only know you guys by freaking screen name. Yeah, I'm gonna delete this video, guys. This video sucks. I'm sorry. Sorry about the shitty freaking live stream. I actually planned a really good live stream, but even though the live stream is pretty much what I was planning, it just came out stupid. I'm sorry. I'm gonna delete it though. Maybe. I don't know. Um yeah, I'm ending it here, guys. If anybody has anything, thanks for tuning in, I guess. I'm ending, guys. Take care, everybody. Oh, I think I got another comment. Anybody still watching? Why not try to organize a family trip? Actually, I can't read that. Organize a um. Damn, I can't read that at all. I see something about organize. Ah, so you can reconnect. All right. Uh, so hey, just to answer that question, buddy, I am in. I'm in. I don't know if you're still watching or not. Um, I'm in Kentucky. My family is in Illinois. All right, so Chicago to Louisville is probably what 3.5 hours, maybe a drive. So I am not going anywhere. My family already knows I am a house rat. I'm mentally, my mind, I am not going anywhere. Uh, I'm, I'm not, I'm basically, I'm house bound. Um, to make that type of travel, I mean, could I? Yes, theoretically, but I'm not going to. I'm being honest. I'm not going. I'm not going back to Chicago. Realistically, I don't have a reason to. My family has not given me reason to travel back to Chicago for them. So the only reason I'm going to be able to ever see my family is if they ever come to visit me. Now I have the space in my house to host a bunch of people. Obviously, they do not have the space to host me. Well, I'm almost certain they don't have the space to host me because I don't know. They never freaking even offered. It's always like if whenever it's like, hey, I always have to call my mom, for example, like wish her a happy birthday, wish her Merry Christmas, wish her happy Thanksgiving type of deal, right? And uh happy Easter, what have you. Like I'm always the one instigating these phone calls, obviously. To being a good son. For her birthday, it makes sense. Holidays, nah. I guess it could go. I guess it could go either way. It doesn't really matter who instigates the phone call, but sometimes you might hear your siblings on the background here screaming, like how it'd be easier for me and my wife to come travel to them how than them to travel to us. Like whatever, we're not going to do it. Mm, mm. Besides, I've lived in Chicago for 19 years. You've never been to Kentucky before. Expand your horizons. Come visit for a few days. I mean, find a time period like I mean, I've never been to the Kentucky Derby. In Let's see, I moved here in December of 17, so over 7 years now. I've lived in this house and I've never been to the Kentucky Derby. That might give me a reason to go to the Derby for once in my life. I think it happens in like what, May? So a couple months from now. Or maybe it happens in April. I don't freaking know, man. April, May, June, shoot. I honestly like I said, I'm not interested in that stuff. I'm not interested in horse races, so I have no idea. I mean, it's like Kentucky, right? It's like the biggest freaking sporting event in Kentucky, and I have no freaking idea because I'm not into that. I'm not into the sports. I'm not into the horse racing. But there's like 50,000 or 100,000 people who show up to that stuff. But if family shows up, maybe I might be enticed to show up or to go to that. Or maybe drive out to Cincinnati and go to like one of the theme parks or something. There are options, but I don't know, man. Uh, oh, and like I said, man, like why am I always? Here's the thing, guys. I know I turned this around and tried to make this positive thing, but I gotta ask the question, man. I have to. Why am I always being the good guy who always has to make this? Why am I always got to be the good son that's has to do the right thing? Like, um, I know earlier in this video I was talking about 2019 and starting with Lockheed Martin. And I don't think I completed my thought process. I think I answered a question or was answering and I think I went off topic and I never backtracked and started and continued on with the thought process I was I was starting. 2019 December. I got hired by Lockheed Martin. I was going to Kuwait. In yeah, so was it? That doesn't sound right. Yeah, it's got to be right. So December 2019. So maybe I had it for about a year. So we bought our Nissan Rogue 2000 in about June 2018, and in 2018 I was still working for Raytheon, so it makes sense. Um, so I'm trying to think, man. So I bought it for 2018. Maybe. Uh, yeah. So I probably had the three. Yeah, man. I probably had the three cars for about a year and a half. It makes sense. Okay. All right. Now that I got the numbers matched up, I'm good. All right. So we're good. We bought our 2018 Rogue in June 2018. All right. We're good. So December 2019, I got hired by Lockheed Martin. I was going to Kuwait. Check. We had three cars. We wanted to downgrade to two cars. I asked my family if they wanted our 2012, no, 2007 Hyundai. What was it? 2007 Hyundai's. What was it? Oh man, I don't remember what the hell the car was. 2007 something. Uh it doesn't matter. Four door sedan. 2007 four doors. We bought the car brand new. Um, so we bought that car in November 2006, right? We bought it in Texas, and we are the original owners. We paid that car off in full. Even though we bought that car in 2006, so it was a 2007. Shoot, man, I don't remember whatever. That car probably had, and this is 2000 December 2019, mind you. So in 13 years, that car probably had 20,000 miles on it. We bought it in November 2006, and we sent and our my sister picked it up in December 2019. That car had about 20 grand, had about 20,000 miles on it. So that's important. Um it's hard to think when you're drunk. But we keep our cars impeccable condition. Okay, if there's like even like we go to the car to like to go grocery shopping, and we come back and somebody like opens their car door into ours, and there's like the slightest scratch on our car door, we get that damn thing fixed immediately. Okay, so when I say we keep our darn cars impeccable, we keep it impeccable. um so that car was immaculate. And like I said, we don't go anywhere. So that damn car, even though it traveled from Texas to Kentucky, Illinois to Texas, back and forth, it had about 20,000 miles on it over the course of like 13 damn years. Okay. Uh, that, that just shows you how little driving was done on that car. In December 2019, I was going to Kuwait. My wife, because of her back problems, she had back surgery, and we had to buy the 2018 um, Santa Fe for her, the SUV. So we had three cars. Well, I was worried that she was gonna sell the smaller car. The what the hell was that car called? Jesus Christ. Whatever. I wanted my family to have the car so that someone was getting use out of it, and so that it wasn't going to get sold. That was my mindset. I didn't want the car to get sold. I called my sister, my oldest sister, because I knew that her daughter was going to college, and she said no. She didn't want it. Okay, fine. After I left, after I deployed to Kuwait, after I deployed, she and her daughter came to Kentucky, knocked on my door, and told my wife they were there to pick up the car. And of course, my wife thinks, okay, maybe that they had worked something out with had worked something out with me, and so she showed them the car. They went. Of course, my wife paid to have the transfer done and transfer the car in their name. So when you guys ask me, like, hey, it should be, blood is blood. No, guys, blood is not always blood. If you ask me, do I think that some random stranger that I meet on the internet is more important? Sometimes, yes. The connections I meet online, I do think are more important than blood that I grew up with, because the blood I grew up with have screwed me over time and time and time again. Oh, ask me how many when they signed the 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 hell, damn, what the hell is it called? When they transferred the deed over, whatever the hell, not a deed. When they transferred the title over, I asked my sister, ask her how many times that she paid me monthly for that car. She had that car for years. Never once paid me a dime for it. My mom, my 70-plus-year-old mom, who doesn't even work, had to send me a check for about $100 at different points over the years, twice. So my mom paid me twice, $200 over the years. Paid me $200 for that car. Uh, Not an Elantra. What was it? God damn it! It's bothering me. 2007 Hyundai Search. Accent. That's the fucking car. Excuse my language. Accent. 2007 Accent. That's what we had. A 2007 Accent. So they had a car for years. 2007 Accent. Perfect condition. Yes, it was 13 years old. But guess what? 20,000 miles, barely. I mean, literally, the freaking engine was practically perfect. It was 13 years old, but it had like no mileage on it. I mean, if that was at a dealership, that dealership would have probably charged you 30 grand for that car. And I was asking my sister to give me, you know what? Hey, give me whatever you can give me per month. If that means give me $100 per month, I will take $100 per month. If that means $50 per month, I will take $50 per month. If you can't make 50, if you can't pay me this month, okay. Just, just whatever, just whatever you can. I just want to just make sure that you're taking care of the car and so on. And I find out from my mom literally years later, like this was like probably 2022, 2023, that my niece totaled my car. She totaled my car. Okay, I didn't give it to them to keep. Okay, this was literally a loan. This was a loan. They destroyed my car. I kept my car that I paid in full. I probably put about $30,000 into that car. Paying it off was about $30,000. Then it's upkeep over the years. How many tens of thousands of dollars extra? Not once did she pay me. That is family for you. Do I want to give my siblings, any of my siblings, or any of my nephews or nieces, anything of value? If anything happens to me and my wife, do I want to leave my house? My collections are probably worth about $500,000 to $1 million. I'm being realistic. It's probably there. Do I think I want to leave that to people who don't even want to have anything to do with me? Do I want that to go to people who have no interest in it and don't have any interest in me as a person? Or do I want to talk to you guys? I mean, you guys probably not interested in me while I'm drunk, but I mean, look, at least when I'm drunk, I'm being honest as much as humanly possible. I mean, I'm always being honest. Let's be honest. How many times can I say honest in one sentence? Question mark. Now I sound like Masuka. All right, I hit the hour mark. So shoot, man. I was gonna delete this video, but now I'm thinking I'm not going to. Uh, but let's be honest. Damn, I gotta stop using that word. Nobody's gonna watch this freaking video, so it doesn't matter. My normal live streams get about 50 views, so I'm just hanging out by myself, and I'm gonna watch this myself, probably once or twice when I'm sober, and watch it and like, dude, you're a jackass. But then I'm also gonna think, man, you're also making a lot of good points. I don't understand these damn live streams. Like, what the hell are these damn numbers up here? What the hell does that mean? Ugh, my mind is screwed up. Yeah, man, nobody's communicating and yeah, I think everybody that was communicating, that was leaving messages, I think they're all gone. Um, sadly, the same oldest sister that kind of like really screwed me over with the whole car deal. It's kind of funny, man. Like it's funny that she actually had like one of my most fondest memories. Oddly, like I don't know why. As kids, like I remember when we were young, like I like in our house in on Fairfield, like her bedroom would be like here, and our bedroom would be here, right? We'd have the largest bedroom on the upstairs, and I'd go to bed on the upstairs, and I'd go to bed on one of the three beds, and because she was a girl, she'd have her own bedroom, and I go to sleep one day, and this would be all the time, man. Like I'd go to bed in my bed on in my bedroom, and I'd always wake up in like her bedroom, like sleeping with her. Like one day, like it'd be like freaking weird as hell. Like that would happen like all the freaking time. Like I think she got freaking scared sleeping by herself. So like she would always like grab the small one to bring with her just to sleep with. Um Also it was kind of funny. I remember like freaking asshole man. My cousin Joey. So obviously my uncle Joey and cousin Joey, my cousin JR, they come visit, and you know, so JR and Joey they be sleeping, and they be screwing with us, right? We'd be in the bedroom, we'd be sleeping, and it'd be freaking dark as hell in the bedroom. And so you open up your eyes, and motherfucker be standing like right over you, just standing there, not doing anything. And she'd be like fucking screaming like, ah! Like what the hell, motherfucker? Just like unbelievable. Of course, my fucking sister comes like storming out of her damn room, comes storming into your room, of course, grabs you by the freaking head and like grabbing you and like throwing you down the stairs. You get like, what the hell? like, what the hell is that all about? Like, I remember Joey, man. So I'm like, I don't know, man. I'm trying to think back correctly. Uh, so the way that the beds are kind of like set up, there was like two beds here, right? And there was like another big ass bed like over there. And I don't know what the hell I was doing. Like I was probably like doing wrestling or something, and I was like doing like I was like running against the ropes or something. So I was kind of like using the beds like I was running against the ropes, and so he was probably sleeping or something. And it was nighttime, right? So the lights were out, and I was running against the ropes, and he probably got scared or something. And he fucking just got scared because I'm running against the damn beds and stuff. And so later on, I'm laying in bed, man. I'm just sitting there, and I open my eyes, and he's just fucking standing there, like straight up, like. And I open my eyes, I just see this big fucking, what do you call it? This fucking black silhouette just standing over me, and so I fucking start screaming, man. Like, what the fuck? Unfucking believable. And of course, I see his fucking sword just take off across the room and jump back into bed. And here comes my fucking sister storming out of her room, storming into our room, and grabbing me out of the bed, pulling me out of the room, grabbing me and freaking dragging me out of the room, dragging me down the hallway, and throwing me down the damn stairs, man. Like, what the? Like, that wasn't even my fault, man. Like, this motherfucker was just standing over my bed, scaring the shit out of me. Like, who the hell just stands over somebody's bed like that? Motherfucker. Freaking Joey, man. Cousin Joey. I think Joey got married too, man. I all these motherfuckers, man, I don't keep in contact with any of these motherfuckers. James Robert, man, I don't keep in contact with any of these guys, man. Yeah, shoot. I mean, I would love to keep in contact with these dudes, but like my father's when my father remarried, he had excuse me. He remarried and he had two other sons. He had what the hell? Fuck, man, I'm drunk as shit. He had another son named Ryan. I'm like, motherfucker, my name is Ryan. Don't fucking name your other son after me, motherfucker. um, he must be obsessed with the name Ryan or something, man. Because how do you name your first son Matthew or your second son Matthew Ryan, and then name another son Ryan? Like, all right, okay, whatever. Uh, you know what? Probably not this live stream, but I probably will talk about my father probably in another live stream. At least, yeah, probably a live stream. Probably not a regular video. Yeah, I'll probably do a live stream because I probably won't be drunk when I talk about it. Not anything bad. Not horrific, I don't think, at least. But I want to be drunk when I talk about it. I want it to be fun. So, um, but I definitely want it to be drunk, and I want it to be enjoyable when I talk about my father in uh a live stream, and maybe the next week live stream. Hey guys, maybe next Saturday. Let's do another live stream next Saturday, 8 a.m. or next, oh shoot, 8 p.m. Let's do another 8 p.m. live stream. Um, unless you guys don't, unless you guys have a different time period that you would like to do it, let me know. But, mm, oh god. But you know what? I kind of see my father's life, and I'm like, maybe, maybe his life, maybe he didn't make the wrong choices after all. I think we all grew up hating Rick for the wrong reasons. I look at my dad nowadays compared to I look at him now compared to when I look at him as a kid, and I'm like, I wish he was still fucking alive, man. I wish he was still alive because I wish that he was still alive, and I wish that there were things that I could say to him now that I wasn't able to say to him. That damn, there's so many fucking regrets, man. You never think about the stuff when it's actually thinking about the right words. Damn. I see a comment coming in finally. Awesome. Sorry, I gotta get a little bit close. Sorry, I gotta get extra close. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. When my dad died, my mom told me like she she told me like that the family went through his house and whatnot, and there was like nothing there. And that's the sad reality of divorce. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. You know, a lot of time you go from this right here. This right here is marriage, right? But a lot of time I can't do this. I can't do the change screens because I'm not very tech savvy, but think of this as marriage, and then think of this change screen as simply nothing more than dresser and I don't know, bed. And that's nothing more than marriage or divorce. And that's pretty much what my father's life was like. And back in like, I don't know, 1997 or so, when I used to go visit my father, and I was like the only one that used to visit my father. And that's the messed up part about and and here's the thing, man. Here's another thing that I know I use the phrase, here's the thing, man. I'm gonna try to eliminate that from my vocabulary, but shoot. Sometimes it's just very important. Um, in the sense that it's it's very key to my expression, I guess. But when I think about my father, right, even when you talk to like his uh his other children, they don't refer to him as dad, right? They refer to him as Rick. And that's really effed up. And I think that's and I think that's really effed up in general for parents in general, especially with the modern world where the whole thought process, when you actually think about it, so and so can decide to file for divorce and for whatever cause. And hey, this person is no longer authorized to live in the house. This person is no longer to authorized to have daily access to their children. This person is no longer authorized to, and that's what I think about with my dad nowadays. He went from all this to like nothing more than a bed and a dresser in his house to a TV, small TV, and couch, and I don't know. Shoot, what did he have in his like a small couch, and a small table in his living room. That was it. I feel bad for him, man. Shoot, like if I could talk to my dad today, like my opinion of him would be completely different, and damn, I would know that he did all that he could. The fact that he was still there, that he was still willing to take us on, still visiting with us, and I kind of feel like I was his favorite, so that was pretty awesome. Of course, I kind of feel special in that regard. of course, when he got remarried and he named somebody else Ryan, I'm like, damn, dude, you took the specialness away from me. No, but seriously though, I got two brothers, a brother named Aaron and a brother named Ryan, which is pretty freaking awesome when you think about it because Nintendo, Nintendo named Aaron and Ryan. Punch Out, Aaron, Ryan. Hello, freaking awesome. I don't know if that was intentional. I don't think it was, but that's freaking awesome. I think I talked to him about that, and I don't think he realized that, but that was fucking awesome. Oh man. Oh, that was so good. Ah. So oh guys. Hey guys, as long as this bottle's full, this this video will continue. As long as I see views on that screen, cheers. I know realistically that's BS, but come on. Because realistically, that's gonna be like a 3-hour live stream, 4-hour live stream, and come on, that's like that's like what, a 5-hour live stream, 6-hour live stream, and who knows what I'll say in a 6-hour live stream. Yeah. I've quickly dropped from like 5 views to like 2 views. I've quickly dropped from like 5 to like 2 views just like that. Hey, cheers to my health. Oh man, now I'm back up to like 4. Man, you guys are weird. I don't even freaking know, man. Uh what am I at? Like an hour and a half? I truly did. I was gonna stop at like 45 minutes, man. But I love these views. I love these live streams. They're fun and it's about you guys. Like I said, man, it's about talking with you guys. And shoot, man. It doesn't matter what. Oh, man. That's how you feel when someone's gone. Yeah, that's about it. All right, guys. All right, guys. I am drunk as shit. At this point, that's about as full That's about all I'm getting. Oh man, I am drunk as shit, guys. Damn. All right, let me finish this off. I'm gonna let me speak clearly. Give me a minute. Oh, oh god, I'm so freaking drunk right now. Holy crap. All right, guys, I am done because I can't physically think anymore. So I think I'm done. Damn, guy, dude, stop. I'm done. Um, questions. Thinking. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry. Trying to think about. Uh, you guys got any questions before I go? No, man. Looks like I am done. All right, looks like I'm done. Cool. Oh man, I am drunk as shit. All right, guys. Sorry. That's